电视机前的观众朋友，你们好！您现在收看的是由电影频道世界电影之旅为您呈现的第86届奥斯卡红毯仪式的特别报道。我是佳璐，
我是思思。观众朋友们，在我身后的杜比剧院，今天将迎来大约2500位嘉宾前来参加第86届奥斯卡的盛典，而他们将在美国著名主持人艾伦的带领之下，共同见证每一个奖项到底花落谁家。到目前为止，美国骗局和地心引力分别以10项提名领跑第86届奥斯卡，为奴12年则以9项提名紧追其后。这3部影片均获得了最佳影片和最佳导演提名，可谓是旗鼓相当。而备受中国观众关注的《一代宗师》获得了最佳摄影和最佳服装设计2个奖项的提名。华语电影是否能够摘得奖项，也是此次盛典的一大看点。Did so well in China in terms of box office. It's amazing.
I know. I'm so grateful. I had such an amazing experience going to Beijing to introduce the film, to do the premiere for the film, and then I'm just so grateful with the Chinese audiences.
I see that you love exploring different genres, different things in each film. Well, if there is a great chance, would you be interested in making a film in China?
Yeah, that's always a great possibility. You know, it was my first visit and I love the place.
The person I went in to filming this movie is not the same person that came out of filming this movie, and for a lot of reasons, but most of them being my moments with Alfonso and us trying to figure out something that ended up bringing up a lot of emotional stuff, and we just went, wow, isn't that funny how you get an experience in work that sort of helps sort out a lot of life things.
Well, for me, it's the fact that in space there's no sound, so all of a sudden the normal things of film music where you're kind of competing with all these other sounds weren't there. So I had this wide open canvas to have a lot of fun and work out a musical style that really felt like it suited this film and kind of hopefully immersed you in the experience.
We always get asked that, and it's so hard to pick a single biggest challenge because every moment of the movie was a massive challenge. I mean, I suppose just the simulation of zero gravity, which was mostly throughout the movie, was incredibly complicated.
You guys got so many nominations. Are you going to have a big party to celebrate afterwards?
Yes, yeah. Warner Brothers are throwing a party for us after this is over tonight. But yeah, I mean, we may win. You never know. You never know. We could get lucky. But we certainly enjoy making these movies for the fans, and we've had a great time doing it. So I feel that I'm a part of something very special today. And
the great thing for as an editor tonight, I know all the other nominees are really great, lovely guys. They're very talented guys, and all of our work this year is so diverse that you know. Just to be able to be sitting in a row with them tonight is a real privilege. They're a great bunch of artists, a great bunch of guys, and I'm really proud to be a part of it.
How do you feel right now?
Quite overwhelmed, actually. This is my first Oscar nomination, but also very proud to represent a team of, I think, probably the most talented sound editors anywhere in the world. I'm really privileged to be here on their behalf, and this is so exciting.
Actually, I've never seen a story from inside the experience in that way, inside the slave experience, you know, from the perspective of somebody who really went through it, and I worried whether I was the guy to tell the story, and so it just took me a moment of pause and contemplation, and I kind of went back to the book and Solomon Northup's book, and through that, you know, I found a connection with him, and so I was in the end very excited to come on board, and it's been an extraordinary time with the film. And
it means a lot to me to be here, that my work in this film that is so powerful has led me here.
So what are the changes you made to the memoir in your script?
Yeah, we tried to change as little as possible. We certainly had to reduce things to take 12 years and put them in 2 hours, but I didn't want to add anything. I didn't want to try to create things. This was a true story, and it had its own emotional velocity. There was nothing for me to add, really excavate in some ways, but Solomon's words speak for itself.
So how involved the director Steve McQueen in terms of writing this script?
Well, the great thing about Steve is, you know, he trusted me enough to let me go off and write the story that I wanted to write.
For the last 2 months, and I'm really happy to say how much goodwill I crossed among people that I work with over this last 2 months. It's been really fun to get to know a lot of people that I respect. and I'll see a lot of them tonight.
So could you tell us about the biggest challenge making this film? Because I know you guys had a really tight budget, didn't you?
We did have a little budget. I'd say the biggest challenge was that we shot so drastically out of sequence. So we had to make them look healthy and 25 pounds heavier to skinnier and emaciated, about 25 pounds lighter, back and forth many times within the day. And we only shot in 23 days, so that was the biggest challenge.
So how do you think makeup and hairstyling influenced the story?
I think makeup was extremely important to the story. If the makeup had done poorly, then people would have seen the makeup in the film and not paid attention to the film.
And I just became completely obsessed with Jordan Belfort's novel. It's kind of a film about our times. It's about wealth and this idealistic image that we have with money. And I wanted to put this culture up on screen. And so and I knew only Martin Scorsese could be the director to bring this sort of humanity to it that it needed. So I'm really proud of this movie.
Is it crazy to say, are you excited or nervous? I'm like, actual friends of mine are also nominated tonight for Oscars, and it's really amazing and cool,
I feel like I keep needing to pinch myself to make sure this isn't a dream. But it's great. It's just, this is the thing you dream about your whole life when you work in the movie business, to be at the Oscars and certainly be nominated for an Oscar. And in my case, to be nominated for having written a movie that Martin Scorsese directed is just unbelievable.
You never know for sure when you're filming. It's so fast-paced. But I knew when watching everyone else's work, when watching Bradley work, when watching Christian and Jen and Jeremy, you kind of know that something amazing is happening. You never know how it's going to turn out or be received, but it's so special to be a part of that.
Oh my God, I think that was my favorite character ever. There was nothing that she wouldn't do, so there was really nowhere not to go.
I'm very, very proud of it, and I'm so pleased that people went to see it and the film made money. Trying to think, the first time I came was at the year I was first nominated, because I presented one year and wore a deeply unfortunate palette. But we live and learn.
Expecting to go to a show, and I'm thrilled to be a part of the show.
Oh my God, Bruce is so amazing in this movie. It was so exciting to get to work with him, and I was very intimidated coming into the process, because he's had so much experience and worked with so many great people, and also Alexander Payne, what a director. I was such a fan.
I'm feeling great. I really am. I'm very excited about being here. It's really great to be here.
Can you tell us about your working relationship with the director?
Oh, he's wonderful. He's such a brilliant filmmaker. This was my second film with him, and so I really feel I know him and how he works, and it's a joy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So what was your biggest challenge you faced making this film?
Shooting a day exterior movie in Nebraska, it's a very big open land, and but we're in black and white. It's just a very beautiful way to approach the story. It was winter, it was very cold, we drove for thousands of miles, but it just became a very poetic journey for us in the black and white.
What are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting it's going to be a busy night, and I'm celebrating. All the hard work we put in and everyone that worked with me on Captain Phillips. So I'm here with my castmate, Faisal Ahmed, and it's going to be a great night.
Where are your family now? Are they watching TV right now and rooting for you?
I believe so, yeah, they're in Minneapolis.
So how was it acting opposite to Tom Hanks?
It was good. It was good acting opposite Tom Hanks. He's a very hard-working man, and you have to work your hardest to keep up.
我知道在《一代宗师》这部电影里面就像《花样年华》一样，有无数个旗袍出现，而且几乎都是手工做的，而且时长都非常非常长。为什么都采用手工的方式来制作呢？
对，我觉得以前的衣服是手工做的嘛，很少是机器做，那时候没有嘛，都是 都是家里的人在做，所以我觉得应该也是这样做啊，那个感觉出来是不一样的。
Very good. I like the organization of this production. It's beautiful. Well done, guys. It was a great journey, a long one, but beautiful. He's a master. That's the master.
今天晚上也是过来支持你剧组的2位成员嘛？觉得他们获胜的希望有多大？
很难说，但是不重要。我相信是实力。今天是他们第一次，我相信最终他们都会赢的，不止今天就是某一天。
Thank you. You too. Congratulations again. Yeah, great.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling right now on the red carpet?
There's words that can describe how I'm feeling at the moment. It's so exciting. You know, these situations are something that you dream of for your whole career. So I'm determined to really soak in every moment and enjoy myself.
So what was your inspiration creating all those costumes for this film?
You know, I think my inspiration were 3 things. 1978, what an amazing period for clothes. There were so many great designers working then. My director, David O. Russell, an incredible inspiration to me. The characters that he wrote were so wildly imaginative and complex and interesting. And then, of course, my 5 principal actors, the most talented actors on the planet.
Congratulations on the nomination. This is your, I don't know how many nominations. Yes, the 11th nomination for you. How do you feel tonight?
A bit like the other 10, really. It's a lot of fun, you know, it's great. I feel good.
What are you expecting tonight?
What am I expecting in what way?
I mean, in terms of the awards.
I think it's one of the most predictable evenings, actually, I've been to for sure, yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you for, you know, the warm welcome of this film, and you know, we hope that the singing there has begun. Sing-alongs are possible, we found out, so enjoy. Thank you. I'm happy to be a part of this. These guys are the best partners. Never for a second did I feel any different. I do now on the carpet, but other than that.
It came out of the story. It really came out of the character of Elsa making a change, transformation from a repressed girl who was keeping her power in to someone who let it out, even though she was away from all the people. And that's what, and also Idina Menzel, who sings a song in English, we wrote it for her.
It was inspired by our own children because we have 2 daughters and we want to make sure that they never let fear or shame keep them from being as powerful as they can be.
Well, I have to tell you this, your film was incredibly popular in China, so it did really well. So what was the biggest challenge you guys faced?
You know, we actually went to China to promote the film, and you know, I mean, the biggest challenge I would say for our film was just getting the world right, because we wanted to make it a world where people could see that it was totally new, but it still felt believable. So it's about getting that right, because it's completely from the imagination of the artists at our studio.
So how come you guys cast Nicolas Cage? What was the motivation?
That was so important because Nick's character is the dad, and he's got to keep his family safe. So he's a very negative guy. He's always saying, don't do this and don't do that, but it's all because of a good reason. He wants them to stay alive and stay safe. We thought Nicolas Cage is the perfect voice of a dad that could say those kind of things, but you would still sympathize with him.
I feel proud and happy.
I feel slightly hungry and thirsty, but very proud as well. It's an amazing welcoming we've had here.
So could you tell us what were you doing when you first heard that you were nominated?
When we heard we were nominated,
yeah, what were you doing?
I was far away. You were in Copenhagen, I guess, and you guys threw a little celebration party for the nomination, and I called these guys.
Yeah, we popped a lot of champagne that night and had a wonderful time. And you know what? Denmark is a small country compared to China, not the least, and it's a big thing for us.
Could you tell us about your inspiration making this film?
Inspiration was Italy, Rome, and the people that live over there. And the inspiration is the people of my country that I observe since many years, and I decided to do a movie about this stuff.
What are you expecting today?
Oh, I think that all the 5 films have already won something. So we are here just to celebrate cinema like a big fest, you know. And the lucky one will win something.
Who are you going to call if you win tonight?
Maybe my team.
So how do you feel like as a nominee here on the red carpet?
It's really overwhelming, but great fun, great fun. It's an incredible experience. It's just an exhilarating feeling to be out here with all these people and all this amazing press as well.
I heard that you were aiming at Kevin Spacey as a main cast.
That's right, yeah. We sent a letter to Kevin Spacey, and kindly his assistant rang us a couple of days later. He said he was too busy to do it, but how about we try and get Tom Hollander to do it? And so we contacted Tom through an old contact of mine, and he said he'd love to do it. And then Tom suggested that we get Martin Freeman to play opposite him as a lead as well, and Tom kindly contacted Martin for us, and again he said he'd do it. So it's a strange journey, and it was an incredible journey that's still carrying on now.
We were just talking about that. He was over at my place with my son and my wife. We were up since 4 in the morning. We were jumping and yelling and screaming. I called him up. He was sleeping.
I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to say hello to the China Movie Channel. There's always changing. It's always changing. And this year, this race, this competition for Best Picture, for Best Actor, for Best Actress, who knows what's going to happen in there in a couple of minutes? Who knows? But it's very exciting. We want to continue with the direction we've been moving in co-production in China, and we're doing well. Everybody is understanding everybody else. That's a very good sign.
As I was saying earlier, when we first saw it, we didn't know, because we've been working for so long with the story. When I first told my daughter 10 years ago, and she'd been working for 10 years, and we had actually found him, what happened to him, because the whole of my life I kept a secret for 50 years. But then once we found him, we saw it the first time, we didn't know what to think. Then we saw it the second time, and then the third time we thought it's fine.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I voted for 12 Years a Slave. I thought that was a magnificent movie. And otherwise, my vote is private.
Yeah, I was, I was actually checking the web because I wake up at 5 every day, and I was ecstatic and super happy.
Julie thought we were Nama-hated.
No, no, that was last time.
That was last time.
Yeah, that was last time.
No, I miss her.
I just checked my messages and.
No, I was actually awake, and I saw that, and I was super excited, and I called my dad right away. And I woke up my son. No, I'm kidding.
But you guys only produce a film together every 7 or 9 years. We're going to wait for so long.
We hope so.
We hope to do it again.
I am presenting visual effects, so I'm very excited about that.
So what are you expecting from Ellen tonight?
I think she's going to be hilarious, as always. I adore her. I think she's amazing.
The Oscars is celebrating heroes tonight, and your role in Harry Potter is definitely a heroine. What's your comment on that?
Yeah, Hermione is a complete hero. She's a role model. She's an incredible figure and character, and it was amazing to play.
Yeah, have fun tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm presenting a musical performance, so I'm introducing Karen O. She sings a lovely song in the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix.
How do you think awards have changed the way films are made?
Well, I think there has been many changes. I think there are many changes yet to come. It's necessary. We are now 7 billion people on this planet, and we cannot continue feeding our population with films that are of not much interest.
观众朋友们，第86届奥斯卡红毯仪式已经接近尾声了，而我们也非常有幸和不少提名者一起分享了他们提名的感受。而大牌明星呢，更是选择从中间的走道进入到杜比剧院，为之后精彩的颁奖典礼做准备。
观众朋友们，请不要走开，锁定电影频道，我们即将为您呈现第86届奥斯卡颁奖典礼的盛况。